guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and today I'm going to be talking about all the books that I read for my Read Around the World-a-thon in 2024. So for the past 2 years, maybe 3, I've been doing a reading challenge for the full year called Read Around the World-a-thon. Next year I changed the theme. It's now a different theme. We're going to be doing the Princess Bride-athon, which is based off the Princess Bride book and movie. So make sure to check that out. I'll link it down below in the description box if you missed that video or if you want to check it out. So I have my reading journal. Technically, I don't have the book covers in my reading journal. I still have to do that by I think next week to do a final flip through of this. But I do have the titles written down, thankfully. So let me find where I have that. So here was the graphic for the readathon, and then I have all of my book choices written in either pencil or pen in here, and plenty of space to actually put the book covers over that. So I did actually finished a little bit early. I did one a month, but I decided to just go ahead and put the last two, November and December, together. You could do it any way you want. You can do all the prompts in 1 month, 1 week, a whole year, 2 years, however long you want to do it. It's fine with me. But I did one each month, which I normally like to do, but I just kind of was like, I wanted a little break, and I don't think I'm reading much fantasy in December, so. Needed a water break. I've been talking nonstop for like an hour. Most of these I have physically. Not all of them, but quite a few, so I can actually find the physical books and show you. So I couldn't find 2 books, but that's not bad. That's not bad for having to search my shelves. And I only have 2 bookshelves, but they're double stacked, so that's probably why I can't find them. So for the prompt packing list item on the cover, I read Better Watch Out by Natalie Walters, which technically, I think I was thinking we pack hats, we pack gloves, especially if we're going someplace cold. I don't normally do on vacation, but you never know, right? So I picked those because of those. And as I said, clothing items do count. You know, a jacket, a scarf, whatever you're wearing. Then the next prompt was mode of transportation on the cover. Now this one I thought really outside the box. So I couldn't find my copy right now, but it's called Window of Time by Aaron R. Howard. And there's a window on the cover. Technically, it is a mode of transportation because it's a time travel book and she travels through the window. So it's not cheating. Come on, that is a mode of transportation. Traveling through time through a portal. So it works. It counts. If you didn't count one, maybe somebody else caught that like I did. Then the next prompt was character you would bring on a trip. And for that one, I read Rules of the Road by Joan Bauer. And this is about a girl who works in a shoe store, and her boss decides to take her on a road trip. And she kind of needs her to drive for her because she can't really drive. She's getting older. And so they both take a little bit of a road trip to some of the shoe stores around the country. And it's just a very, very sweet book about friendship between 2 different generations. And I just really, really loved it. So I would take, honestly, either one on a road trip. Either one, honestly, I would take on a road trip. Either character. The next prompt was a book you would take on vacation. And for that one, I chose Love in Tandem by Becca Kinzer. That's one of the ones I couldn't find. I know it's on my bookshelf, but I just can't find it. But I love that one. And definitely I would take a rom-com on a vacation anytime, because I feel like rom-coms are vacation books for sure. Next prompt was set in a place you have lived. So for that one, I chose The Nightmare Virus by Nadine Brendes, because I believe some of the book is set in New York State. And that's where I live right now. So that is a good option. Plus, I think I've read a couple books that were set in Texas. I've lived in Texas, Germany. I've lived in Germany. So there's a few books that I could have chosen throughout the year. But I think that month in general, I think that was the only book that I read. I was like, oh, it's New York State. This works. I think it was New York City, but it still counts. Then the next prompt was translated to a language you would like to learn. And for that one, I chose Counterfeit by Kirsten Chen. And I think, don't quote me, but I think it's translated into Italian. I think that's one of the editions of the book. So I was like, oh, Italian. I took 1 year in high school, and I really do love the language, and I am Italian, so I'd like to learn more if I could. Don't remember any of it. Don't ask me to speak. I won't speak for you. But I figured that one works. That was literally the only book I think that was translated that month that I read. Then the next prompt was written by an author from another country. And this one was kind of a stretch. It said from another country. She lives in the US now, I believe, but she's from another country. For that one, I chose A Kingdom to Claim by Sean and Bessie, which, by the way, I love this book. And she is from, I believe, somewhere in England. Let me see. It was in the back of her book about her. Yes, she was born in Cambridge, England, and she grew up on the island, on the island of Angsley. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's okay. Off the coast of North Wales, and that she left her homeland to attend university in the U.S. So technically, she grew up there for quite a few years on both those places. So Sean and Bessie definitely counts for an author from another country. Then the next prompt was set in a place you would like to live. And for that one, I read Meeting Her Match by Jen Toronto, one of my absolute favorite books. And this one, I believe, is set in, let's see here. It's set in the New York area because she's part of the New York 400. But she travels to the Hudson River Valley. And I just thought that, like, that little, like, quaint village area of, like, you know, every person knows each other's business and stuff, but it's just like a quiet area. I just really like that. So it was set in a place that I would want to live. Or honestly, a New York 400 place wouldn't hurt either. Next one was Souvenir on Cover That You Would Buy. And for that one, I read The Spy and I by Tiana Smith. And I don't remember what's on that cover that could potentially be a souvenir. So I'm gonna look it up and see. Oh, yes. One of the characters is wearing sunglasses or a watch. So either one of those I would definitely buy as a souvenir. So either one, or something you would just buy on vacation. Next prompt was set in Europe, and for that one, I read The White Rose Resists by Amanda Barrett. This one is, I believe, set in Germany. I don't think there's any other place that it's set. So it's all, I think, mostly based in Germany. So that counts for that one. Then the next prompt said, character experience is something you would like to try. And I like this one a lot. So I chose Brave by Misu Andrews because our main character is a knife-wielding woman. And honestly, I've kind of always wanted to try knife throwing. I'm not going to lie. It just looks really cool. And I've always been fascinated by it. So that's what I'm going to choose. And it's not something that, I was looking through books, which I was looking through books seeing if any of them fit for November, and I was like, knife throwing, it's not just something that I've been wanting to do since I read this book. No, I have thought about it, not seriously, but I've thought about it on and off for years since I was little. It just looks like a really cool thing and skill to learn. So knife throwing would be the one I would choose. Then the last one, technically, which was for December, was to read a book that has a map. And for that one, I read Shadowcast by Crystal D. Grant. And technically, I did read this in November. But as I said, I just wanted to kind of finish off the challenge and make sure I finished it. So there is a map here for proof. In case you read it, you can count it. So yeah, there's the map. So those are all the books that I finished for this readathon. I hope you enjoyed having it. I'm sure I'll bring back the Read Around the World-a-thon, maybe for the following year. I just kind of wanted to break from the travel aspect of things, and I just really wanted to do a Princess Bride themed readathon. So we're going to do that next year. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your favorite book that you found because of this challenge. If you completed this challenge, or even if you didn't complete the challenge, did you find a book that you enjoyed reading because of some of these prompts? So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video.